Lyla, see, it wasn't the same without Mommy and Daddy. Lyla, you're such a good mama. We have the babies at the vet. You can see our one little red tri. He's hiding back there. He's smart. He's under the towel. We are at the vet because we're going to be getting their little tails docked and their dew claws removed. So we're gonna get that done and then get them back to Mama. Hey guys, so I know my makeup is atrocious and the lighting is not the best. Maybe I can actually fix that with one more light. There we go, that's a little bit better. But today was an exciting day. We had our puppies' tails docked and their dew claws removed. They are now officially 3 days old in a couple of hours. And let's take a look at them. They are all doing well, as is Mama. As you can see, they are eating right now. I feel like every bit of footage that I have taken for you guys so far has been them nursing, but at this stage, you know, that's really all they do is they nurse and then they go to sleep. But they are super, super sweet and amazing. We have 3 red tris, 2 males and 1 female. 1 male black tri, 1 male blue merle, and 1 female red merle. So it definitely, we ended up with mostly a boy litter this time, but they are all so beautiful that we know they're gonna go to amazing homes, and we can't wait to see who will make them a member of their family. I was so sad that I had to miss the birth, so I don't have any footage of the actual birth. We were out of town for a court case in Tennessee that I had to tie up some unfinished business from back when I lived there. It actually had to do with my mother's estate from 5 years ago. I just had to finish up one last piece of business, and sadly they were born. Well, not sadly, because we're excited that they were born, but they were born while we were out of town. But we came back the very next day after court, and it was great to get to see the puppies in person and to love on our Lyla girl first and foremost, because she is just a little ray of sunshine and she's such a good mama. She really is. She'll leave them long enough to go out and go potty, and then she comes back in, she eats and drinks in the pen with the puppies and stays in there with them. When I had to take them to get their tails docked this morning, we don't take the mamas with us because their whining can be very stressful for the mamas. So we left her here, and I took all 6 of the puppies and got their tails done and their dew claws removed. And bless her heart, I got back and she was barking, and I had opened up the cat carrier so that she could see I brought them all back, and she just ran straight in there and curled up with them. She was just ready to be back with her babies. It was, I know, very hard on her for us to take them away for 2 hours, but it would have been even harder had she gone and experienced hearing them experience them yelp and then her not be able to get to them. So I'm glad we did it the way we did. But they are gonna grow so much over the next few weeks, and we'll have homes for them, and they'll be ready to go home at 8 or 9 weeks old and be a blessing to someone else's family. Just a little more footage of Mama and babies. Lyla, hi. You're such a good mama. We have all 6 of them over here nursing at the moment. See if I can get some shots. Yeah, you can see we have the black tri male, then we have the red tri female, a red tri-male, a red merle female, a blue merle male, and then you can't hardly see him down there, but we have another red tri-male down there. You just can't see his head. He's hidden in there nursing. Lyla. Lyla, are you proud, Mama? Are you a proud mama, Lyla? Are you a proud mama? Yeah, you are. I know, look at your precious babies. You did that. You did that, Lyla. The puppies are 4 weeks old and they just started the first phase of weaning yesterday, which is eating wet food. They all have teeth and they are enjoying this food. I feed all of my puppies Purina Pro Plan. I actually feed Purina Pro Plan to all of the dogs aside from the Yorkies, which I'm thinking about making a swap for Dallas since they've told me he is overweight. Puppies are growing like weeds. They have been on Purina Pro Plan puppy wet food for a week and on water now for a week. They all have teeth, very sharp teeth actually. So they will be 5 weeks old on Sunday and we will be starting them. Oh, look at her just backing right into the water. That's one of our red tri-females, our only red tri-female. So we'll be starting them this Sunday when they turn 5 weeks on wet food. On dry food, if I could talk, that will be watered down so that they will be able to eat it easily, and they are working on weaning. I think Mama is kind of done nursing and she's ready for them to wean. Look how cute and sweet they are. The little runt over here. We call him Mini Ryder. He looks exactly like Ryder. Sounds like exactly like my daddy when he was a baby. Hey guys, I am sitting here in my living room with Miss Lyla and the puppies. We are letting them do a little bit of running around. They have gotten so big, as you can see already. They are all weighing between 1.9 and 3 pounds. They are absolutely precious and they are loving all of the attention and the love. This one, little Merle, already has his forever home, but he loves to be held all of the time. So I definitely have my hands full with some puppies, but we wouldn't trade it for anything. Now that the babies are almost 5 weeks old, they'll be 5 weeks old on Sunday, so probably a couple of days after you'll be seeing this. But I wanted to kind of fill you in on how breeding this litter went. It went really, really well. So Lyla had them back on March 26th. And Corey and I were actually out of town. Hi, Mama. Hi, Lyla. I see you. We were out of town, which I was super sad about. I really wanted to be here to share the experience with Lyla, but it just didn't happen that way. We had to go out of town for some court stuff that had to do from all the way back when my mom passed away. It was the last thing I had to do to settle her estate. So that had to be done. We had someone staying here with the dogs, and I got a call at about 9:30 on March 26th, which was a Sunday, the day before court, that they thought Lyla was in labor. So they heard a super loud yelp and ran into the dining room where we had Lila's pen set up, and within 10 minutes of that yelp, she pushed out the first puppy. The first one to be born was this little guy, little Merle. And so each of the puppies had about between 15 and 30 minutes in between them. She had Merle at around 9:30. I believe it was like 9:35 or 9:38. And she delivered the last one. I can't remember who was born last. I think it was our red tri with the green collar on. But she delivered the last one at around 11:30. So it took her about 2 hours from start to finish, from the time that her water broke and she started really contracting. So yeah, all in all, I mean, compared to people, they have really short labors, so they're lucky in that. But she had all of them. She didn't have any issues. We did, and this, if you do not like gross things being said, skip like 30 seconds past here. But only one of them, I think it was the third one she had, the sac had to be busted open because she was so distracted by the 2 puppies she already had and trying to clean them that she wasn't really opening the sac quickly enough. If the sac doesn't get opened within about 30 seconds from the time she has them, you want to just kind of stick your fingers in there and open it up so that the puppy can breathe. So that's exactly what had to be done. The next day after she delivered, as soon as we finished up at court, we headed home so that we could meet the little munchkins. I was super excited to see them. Let me pick this one little guy up. He's our little runt. I think he was actually the third one to be born, the one that the sac had to be opened on. And he's a little shy. He's teeny tiny and looks like his dad, but he shakes some. I think it's just because he's a very nervous baby. But anyways, we headed straight home. I was so excited to see them. And I've gotten plenty of footage over the last 4 weeks or 4.5 weeks that I'll be happy to share with everyone. Actually, I cannot wait to share it with everyone, but I thought I would fill you in on the process. So Lyla actually had the puppies on her due date, which can range for dogs. So they tied 3 times, which is what we call it when they start making the babies. So they tied. Okay, I am back. I had to stop and do some work stuff, so it's a little bit later. Hopefully the lighting doesn't look too different. We have Mama, we have Miss River, which is our little girl that we're keeping. So I was talking about when the dogs tie. So as I mentioned, they tied 4 times, and then we crossed our fingers and hoped that she would be pregnant. I took her for an ultrasound 4 weeks after her first tie. Typically they recommend 3 to 4 weeks. I go with 4 weeks just because it gives a little more time to make sure that the results are accurate. This will only tell you if she's pregnant and an approximate number of puppies. Definitely an x-ray closer to the due date is what will tell you a more accurate number of puppies. So we had the ultrasound done, and it said that she was probably going to have 3, maybe 5 puppies, which did not end up being right, but it did confirm her pregnancy, which is all we were really looking for. Now, a lot of people, unless you've had a pregnant dog or you've done your research, do not realize that dogs are pregnant for approximately 63 days. So that is their gestational period. Now, they can go longer than 63 days, or they could have them as soon as 55 days. Lyla actually had them 63 days to the day from the day that she first tied. So her due date is actually when she had the puppies, which, kind of like with people, I wouldn't think would usually be the case. And a lot of breeders that I know, their puppies were born a couple days sooner or a few days later than the due date. It doesn't seem to be as common for it to be on the due date. Oh, we have the 2 Merles, Merle and River. River. hands. So yes, these babies were born on their due date, which was so sweet and amazing. Anyways, once they were born, we put them with Mama, of course. She cleaned them all up. We let them do their thing. I did spend a little bit of time with them, just talking to them after they were born, petting them, letting Mama know, hey, I know these are your babies, but it's okay for me to touch them. I would pet her, pet them. It made her really comfortable. She will, of course, be very protective. It took her until about 3 weeks after birth before she was really comfortable with us having a lot to do with them. And now we are 4 weeks after, and as you can see, she has no problem with us loving on them. Nope. This little guy will stay here and be held all the time if you let him. So, but yes, Mama is very comfortable with us holding them now and loving on them. Oh, one of the babies has something on his eye. What do you got in your eye? You got a crumb? Got a crumb of Mama's food. That's what you have. So, anyways, once they are at the 3-week mark, actually, let me back up here. So, at 2 weeks, we gave them their first deworming. Hi. We gave them their first round of deworming. And then between 2 and 3 weeks is when they will open up their eyes, which is exactly what happened with these. Then at 3 weeks, we did another round of dewormer. And at approximately 3 weeks is when they start to get their hearing. I really noticed about 3.5 weeks in that they were really starting to hear us. And by 4 weeks, they were really responding to sounds. You could go, I don't know if you could see, but her eyes just turned. Yeah, I know. All of them in the floor are actually looking around. So they started responding to sound, and now they get super excited when I walk in the door and they hear me. They are trying to crawl out of the little pool that I have in their puppy pen, which is our whelping area. Come here, buddy. Come here. Good job. So they are starting to crawl out of that already, either by pulling themselves over it, especially little Miss River, or getting on top of each other and like piling up until they get over it. Yeah. Let me put you down. There's Mama. Yeah, there's Mama. And now we have Merle coming back. So they are definitely growing like weeds. I'm still weighing them. They actually weighed in with our smallest at 1.9 pounds and our biggest, which is our black tri, at 3 pounds. And then the other 3 were in the middle between 2.3 and 2.5, which is just amazing to see like the differences in their sizes. Someone's pawing me. Hi, baby. You little girl? Nope, you're a little boy. I see you. Now that they're 4 weeks old, they don't have any more shots or dewormer due. They actually haven't had any vaccines yet, but they don't have anything else due until they are 6 weeks old. So we are just loving on them. I'm letting them out in the house like they are today, and I'm going to insert some footage for them to run. run around and play. This is how I socialize them, not only with myself and with Corey, along with whoever else might be over here family-wise at the house, but it also socializes them with the cats. I have not put them around the other dogs yet. They're just still too little, and Mama would get very upset if I tried to do that because that's still just her protective instinct. But it socializes them with the kitties and then with us, of course, so that they will love people. And they definitely love to run around. They love to show out, so that you'll give them lots of attention and lots of love. They are beyond adorable and sweet, and I just cannot wait to keep seeing their little personalities develop. I already see their own little personalities, like Merle. He is super, super sweet. He's very playful, but still kind of on the calm side. He loves to snuggle, and he likes to hide when he takes a nap out in the house. And then our teeny tiny little runt, who I'm not gonna pick him up because he's asleep, but he is just like his dad. He's very shy and timid. He kind of like shivers when you first bring him out because he's nervous, but he's super, super sweet, not as playful as the others. And then our little black tri, he is the daredevil. He's the biggest one. He is the loudest of them all. He started barking first and playing first and eating first. He's had all of his big milestones first, and I think that has to do with his size. Or maybe it's just his little brave personality, I don't know. But say, I'm a sweetie. You see, I've had a lot of firsts already, haven't you? But that will be all for today's vlog. I just wanted to share some pup dates with you. Get it? Puppy updates. Yeah, I'm being cheesy, I know. But I just wanted to share those with you and some footage of the puppies. There will definitely be another update before they go home, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can become part of mine and these babies' YouTube family. And if you haven't followed me over on Instagram, head on over there. It's Lynn_GA for many more pictures and videos and pup dates in the future. Until next time, bye. Can you say bye? Say bye.